Okay. It's going to be another little last minute video because I always leave everything to the last minute. That's how that works. Alright, so but anyway, exciting thing for today, which is I got one of these. It's a collectible minifigure thing. And in fact, I didn't get one of these. I got 3 of these today. So this is for the Lego Movie 2, the second one, whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure I know what's in these packets because I had a feel around and I'm pretty good at that. I've only ever made a couple of mistakes, but I might have made a small mistake. But anyway, I'm expecting them all to be roughly of the same theme. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So let's just have a look. I feel I should use scissors. Apparently these are double bagged or something. That's what it makes me think. I kept seeing all these things on the internet about how they were going to be double bagged, like the Unikitty bags, but they're not double bagged. At least these ones aren't. I don't know why people were talking about that. Maybe they are in different countries. So let's just find out. Let's just see if there's a little tiny bag on the inside. Maybe they were double bagged. Like honestly, I did not pay any attention. Luckily, I've got a few more of these too, but we'll save that for another video. So let's open up this and see what they're not double bagged. See, there's no double bag at all. It's just the one bag, just like usual. It does seem a little bit larger, and the plastic seems thinner. I have to say that it's not. It doesn't quite seem as thick as the previous ones. Right, and it's the Scarecrow. That's his name, right? I was just going to think, oh no, it's the Scarecrow from the DC universe, but it's not. Played by Cillian Murphy in the Christopher Nolan movies, and Cillian Murphy is a favourite actor of mine, so much so that I named my cat after him. But there you go. Anyway, so this is the Scarecrow. So you might be able to guess what the theme is. This is interesting. Look at this. They've sellotaped the little booklet together. Why would they do that? That's new. That kind of annoys me. What have I ripped? I actually like keep all of these things, and I usually end up pinning them to my wall so that I've got like I put all the ones for each series into like a little pile, and then I pin them onto my wall, and that makes a kind of cool decoration. And I kind of this is like one of the very few things that I like to not ruin. Oh, see what I mean? Look. Oh, disappointing. I don't like this at all. I don't like having the little... What's the point of this? What is the point of this? I'm just going to cut the next one. Well, that's just ruined the whole evening. It feels thinner. Is it? I normally have. It feels this feels thinner. This is thinner than the normal guides, and this is thicker. Feels thicker. Feels mildly thicker. But not substantial. Not the same as the old ones, as the old minifigure. You'd think I'd have one sitting around, and I don't. Well, that's strange. One will turn up. They're everywhere. They're like all over the show. You know, once you get one, they just multiply. Anyway, I'm talking about the sheets with all the information on it. So this is the Scarecrow, and this is a white base. So I've never had a white base before. And what have they got? What funny thing have they got? They've got a certificate of achievement, which is quite cool. Oh, and she has ruby red slippers. Just checking. Right, they're not silver slippers. Okay, if you've read the book, you know why I mentioned that. And if you've ever done an economics course or something like that, you'll know why that is interesting, because this is based on the movie. But in the book, I haven't got Dorothy, of course. Oh, I've given it away, haven't I? Oh no, I just revealed what's in the second. I ruined this bag, haven't I? Let's see, I'm not so big on keeping the bags. But I was quite keen on getting this guy. Sorry. Talking at night and light. I'm not coughing for any reason other than the fact that I've got a dry throat. So I think the cold's gone. So I still have to clear my throat. But that's just air pollution. Okay, anyway. It's the Tin Man. And this one reminds me of the Robocop fake Lego figure. But I don't know why, out of all of the ones here, out of all the Wizard of Oz ones, actually I want them all. This is my primary thing. So today they're a little bit on the cheap. They're a bit on special. from a shop that actually sells them slightly more expensive. So it might not have been that much on special compared to other shops that, well, you know, it was a fair price for the usual thing. But I wanted to get these guys out of the way first, and her, because I just like them, and they all sort of fit together in a little group. They're kind of like a separate thing. They're like the Wizard of Oz has just got that little section here, and so I was quite keen to get. I was quite keen out of all of them. Actually, I think those two. Dorothy is very cool, and so is the Scarecrow. His hat is awesome, and he looks quite good actually. And he's got a nose. Look at that. The Scarecrow's got a nose. In fact, except for Dorothy, they all appear to have a nose. Even the Tin Man has a very tiny little nose. And it always amuses me when they have noses, because it's like the thing with the minifigures is that they don't have noses. But sometimes they do put noses in. So anyway, we're back there, and which way is the best way to have their cool little hat? I feel it's a bit of a shame that you can't actually use this as a piece that they hold in their hand. It doesn't stay in their hand. So that's a shame, because it is technically whatever those things are called for putting your oil and stuff in. But anyway, now they've got that, and he's got little tiny details on his feet, which is quite cool. So you probably can't see that, but there's a little detail on the feet. It's very subtle. I guess it's like oil or something squeaking along. And there's this little clockwork heart, and you get 2 of those, which is weird. So it's very Doctor Who-ish. And then there's 3 of these. I don't know what's up with that. How many of these things do you need? Is this even the right place? It's only got 1 of those, and yet I've got 3 in the packet. So they're definitely giving you a bit extra. Is that just me having a lucky day, or is that the typical way of? Why would you need 3? It's not like the kind of pieces you're going to lose, because once you get it in there, it's not going to come out very often, unless you're a kid, I guess, and then you're going to lose them all the time. I know this because every time I give any of these things to any kid, they always take them apart and reassemble them as different characters, and then you're like, well, okay, I've lost some pieces. So they've got a cool little grey axe. Is that like the standard axe? I think it is, standard axe. Okay, well that's the second one done. I'm going to put the little heart next to there, and then another little heart. You can't really fit both of them on. You can have a bit of a heart too. Everyone can have hearts today. Alright, so you're brave, you have your heart, and you can probably guess now what the last one is going to be. And look at that. Oh. Okay, the last one, because I've given it away because I mentioned that I didn't have Dorothy, and I mentioned they were all in the theme. If you guessed, well, I won't tell you what it is yet. Let's just rip it open, and hopefully it's the right one. It is! Yeah, you got them all right. Okay, weird. Some of them do come in little plastic bags. Why? What's the point of that? I don't understand. Why do these not come in little plastic bags, but this one does? Ooh, that's strange. I'm shrugging my shoulders. That's me, shrugging my shoulders. Look, you can't quite tell because I'm moving my hands up and down. So it's going to be a crinkly video. There we go. Take that out. And they've got. Wait a moment. What do they get? They got a sense of achievement. I've actually completely forgotten what. Like, he's the Cowardly Lion. And he's got no brain. That's right. He needs some smarts. So he gets a certificate of achievement. And that's what happens in the movie. It's a long time since I've seen the movie or watched the book. It's not that good. I'm like, people like watching this. Like, this guy doesn't know any of his pop culture stuff. And it's like, even though this is really old, and you do have it, and I do have it on DVD, of course, and I have watched it quite a few times. It's just been a long time to remember exactly what each character gets at the end from the wizard. Alright, so anyway, they have got a little medal for their bravery, and they have I was actually really quite chuffed to get this guy, because look at that cute little head, and they look adorable actually. They look a bit like my cat Killian, who's unfortunately passed away. But he looked a bit like this. And he has another nose. So it's a bit of a shame that Dorothy doesn't have a nose. Dorothy has a cool little dog, but I think I've already got a dog like that. And she's got that awkward little skirt thing. But she's got cool hair. makes it look a lot flatter. But anyway, we'll talk about her once I've actually picked her up from the shop, because I have to get her out of all these characters. I definitely have to get her, otherwise this whole set doesn't work. You can't have the main character missing the main character. Though I wish it was like a witch or something. But so we'll finish that. So there's the one. We'll look at this character. So I mean, of course, you can look these things up online. And there's that one. So Tin Man, Scarecrow, Lion. And so what are the characters? Just quickly, going to finish it. This is going to be a quick video. Maybe I should just quickly run over and grab, no I won't, my Unikitty sets that I just bought. Because they were cheap. But the ones that I most definitely have to get is her, because that's cool, she's cool. The crayon and the zebra things, and I feel like I probably should have got those ones first, because people are just going to fill all the bags and find those quick. I did feel that one, but the watermelon just didn't excite me that much. And I found her, and I couldn't remember. I thought at first, oh, she's the rare one in the pack, but I think it's her is the rare one, I think. So I didn't have that much time to spend, and it wasn't laid out like you had to bend over to fill all the packets. They weren't up high enough for me. They were designed for kids. If that makes any sense. It doesn't. So I found her, but then I got confused because when I felt the bag again, it felt like there was a coffee cup in it. But there was the big, she's got the only one that's a 2x3 sized piece. And I felt the little microphone thing, so I'm pretty sure it was her, and I almost got her. But then I thought, oh no, that's the rare one, and I really wanted to get the rare one first, before I did anything, because I think there's only 2 in a box for her. I have to check it out though. I'm going to be really annoyed at that if she was the rare one, and that one's okay. And then I thought maybe I should get Benny, because Benny's got the little thing, and that's going to be quite easy to pick out. And those 2 are the most important. Her and those 2 are important. She's important because she's rare, if that's true. And then Benny probably, and then maybe like Abraham Lincoln. And then the rest are kind of like, these guys are cool, but you have to get them all together. She's probably the one that I would want to get out of all of those. And Unikitty, I think, is going to be the last. I'm sorry, Unikitty, but they're just too easy to get. Like, I don't see the point of Unikitty. I think they just threw her in because it made sense. I feel like they should have just thrown in a friend-style piece. But I guess that's the whole point of the movie, and they didn't want to give too much away. But we all know... Sorry. We all know that there's going to be Friends characters in there, so why couldn't they just put in a Friends-style mini doll instead, or a Duplo, or a Fabuland character? The Fabuland character would have been perfect. But yeah, like that's interesting because he's from. I think I've had him before. I know I had like some of the monsters. They had like this. It was a series. We're just going to bring it up a bit close. The monster, they had like a series of different monsters with like Dracula and a few other things. I got the werewolf one, and I think I got one with Dracula in it. Or no, one with Frankenstein or something. But I don't know if I ever got the Swamp Thing one. So, I might have to check. But that'd be quite interesting. I think that was quite easy to find, because I did find them in one of the packets. So, and I found her, I think, in one of the packets, but she wasn't exciting enough to get when you're just getting the very first one. So no offense to her, but she's just like, I'd rather have got these ones, or her, or these. Like everyone's like, you know, she was like such a bit character, I'm sure, in the previous one. But she's back, and she's got a cool cat, and the cat's, I've forgotten her name though. It's like, oh, that's terrible. Anyway, let's just finish it there, and that was a lot to talk about, 3 minifigures. And tomorrow I'm going to do non-Lego videos, though I might do some other Lego videos because I've got now quite a lot to catch up on, believe it or not, and I don't know how. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, do the things, or don't do the things, because I don't really know what you should do with your life. That's entirely up to you. But there you go. He's got very long legs. Bye! You can't even see that. But look, there, he's got very long legs. Bye!